Aries for Monday. All right, we're going to do Aries for Monday. Father, what do you have for Aries for Monday? Well, that came really quick. And we got the Fool card. All right, you must have a lot of things to do. But right now, you're getting ready to take a leap of faith on something right now. You've been contemplating it. You've been thinking about it. It's going to make your life very, very stable. But I feel like you haven't had the time because you got so many things to do. Excuse me, confirmation that just was like, stop. Okay, I know you have a lot of things to do right now. You could be doing some things, you know, like on the side, doing a lot of things for your job, but this has to do with your purpose. This has a lot to do with who you are and what you're sent here to do. Okay, with all these things you got going on, it's time to really stop and think about your legacy. It's time to really stop and, you know, really plant that seed that's going to create this plan for your legacy. Okay, so if you've been putting off maybe going back to school, if you've been putting off having to study more, if you've been putting off public speaking, I don't know why that's important. If you've been putting off like training for that and opening, you know, those opportunities and those doors, actually taking time out to talk to people about speaking engagements. I don't know why that's a big thing for you, Aries, but I'm hearing speaking engagements. It's time to stop what you're doing, okay? A lot of things that you're doing, you're either doing for someone else or it doesn't matter. You need to be doing things that go towards your purpose, okay? As I split the deck, we got the Empress. Take care of you. This is about you. You got a lot to show the world. The Empress card comes to say lots of self-care in this, which means focus on you for right now. You're putting a lot of work and a lot of activity into other things that, I'm going to be frank with you, they don't matter as much as you matter, okay? So make sure that you continue to think about that. Continue to do that, okay? And then that leap of faith that you need is going to come, okay? One of the biggest things that happens when you take that leap of faith is going to be like, you know, it's going to involve a lot of you thinking about you. This is not being cocky. This is knowing that you got it, that you can show the world everything because you are it, okay? You're that guy. You're that girl. You are it. So take that leap of faith. Again, I don't know. I'm just hearing speaking engagements. It's something that has to do with talking to the world. But in order to talk to the world, you have to take care of you first. You can't be run down in front of that camera. You can't be run down in front of that audience, in front of that crowd. You have to be very well rested. So all of these things that you got going on, I understand, you know, Father understands, but he's saying stop. Stop doing so much towards something else and put a lot more effort into you, okay? Anyways, that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you so much. Aries, and as I put the card back, there's that Six of Pentacles, giving what you get, okay? You got to like plant that seed. I keep saying that. Plant that seed into yourself. This has to do with you planting into you, pouring into you right now in order to see the results that you need to see for yourself, not for others, okay? Thank you. Taurus for Monday. Okay, let's see, Father, what do you have for Taurus for Monday? Hold on, that card just fell, but we got some cards here. I just want to show you so you don't think I'm making anything up. Y'all know how I am. Hold on. Taurus, okay, well, let's get back to it, all right? We got the Moon card and the Six of Pentacles. There's been something that you've been wanting to do, okay? When it comes down to your business or something like that, you might be wanting to grow a business, but there are some fears that you have when it comes to what you need to do for it, okay? This could be you, like, really, I don't know, I'm hearing a career change or something about wanting to go after a promotion. There's something that you've been waiting on for a long time when it comes to business. Because we got the King of Pentacles here, which talks about entrepreneurship and business and really being the king of all of that. But then we also got some waiting, which is the Two of Wands. And I'm hearing, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Because you're waiting on this promotion, or you're waiting to make things happen, or you're waiting on a change in career or something like that. But it's you that put yourself in waiting on this one, okay? That's what I'm hearing, that you're in your own way when it comes to all of this right now, okay? So Father's telling you to get your fears out the way, move out the way when it comes down to it, because you have some fears that are preventing you from getting the things that you need to receive. And don't be afraid to ask for help. The Six of Pentacles talks about asking for help as well, okay? Ask and you shall receive. Sometimes we get so like, you know, content in the things that we're doing that we always forget to ask Father for help. You know, instead of we want to do it all by ourselves, we got to say, oh, well, you know, when I get that perfect house, or when I get the money to do this, or when I finally get the, you know, the car to do that. And Father's like, no, do it now, do it now, do it now, because there is some waiting. And this has to do with work. I can't make that up. Right underneath that, we got the Eight of Pentacles, which is work related. okay? Working on yourself, working on your craft. But this is like, you know, don't wait on that promotion. Go after what you want to go after in life, even if it means you have to move around to a different company or move around to a different thing. Whatever you want to do, don't wait on it, because I feel like there's been some delays. Like, you know, even if you're waiting on a promotion, somebody's been like, okay, well, you know, next round or next time or next time. And so then that fear starts to creep up, and then you start to be like, okay, well, I'll just wait on, you know, changing myself or whatnot. And I'm talking to both masculine and feminine, because as I'm putting the cards back, look, y'all, as I'm putting the cards back, we got the King and Queen of Pentacles, which means both, okay? Both King and Queen, both divine feminine and divine masculine, need to be listening to this and hearing this, okay? Do not wait on the next step when it comes to your career or when it comes to your finances. You make it happen. You've been waiting too long. That's all I keep hearing, okay? Anyways, that's what I have for you. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you so much. Have a blessed one. Gemini for Monday. All right, let's see, Father, what do you have for Gemini for Monday? Gemini for Monday. Gemini for Monday, Father. Oh, we got the Ace of Wands, but in reverse. You feel like you may have missed out on an opportunity. You're looking back at the past right now, and it's making you very, 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 very sad right now, okay? Father's asking that you do not look towards the past, but always stay and live in the present. The present moment is screaming for you right now, okay? I feel like there's some regrets that you're having right now when it comes down to something that you may have missed out on, okay? This could be a love or something that you feel like you made a bad choice on, because I see what's trying to peek under here is the Seven of Cups, okay? Sorry. The Seven of Cups right here is trying to peek out, all right? And so when I see that, I'm like, okay, yeah, you feel like you've missed out on something and it's making you sad. And then we have the Empress here, which means to take care of yourself right now. This is you developing you right now, all right? We got the Empress card here. You control the narrative of your own destiny here, okay? Don't feel like you've missed out, because I just keep hearing I missed out. Dang, I messed up, you know, because you might have had too many choices in the past. This could have been a love life here, somebody that you love, that you chose someone else and now you're regretting it, or maybe somebody's regretting that towards you, you know. But there is just a missed opportunity here when it comes down to it, because Ace of Wands is like, okay, there's opportunities coming for you. Aces are always opportunities, all right? And that means that there are, like, you know, opportunities for some kind of passionate connection or some kind of passionate opportunity. But with it in reverse, there is a missed opportunity here, and it feels like, you know, it feels like, dang. But Father, again, like I said, when you're sad, when you're depressed, you still haven't learned to live in the present. So it's time to get up. It's time to get out of your bed, or get out of whatever slump that you're in right now and take care of yourself. If you haven't been, I don't know why hair is important. If you haven't been washing your hair, if you haven't been, you know, doing the daily hygiene things, it's time to really pay attention to that. If you haven't been eating well, please start to eat better, because the Five of Cups comes as like grief. It comes as depression. It comes as sadness. You know what I mean? This also could be an opportunity, a missed opportunity. Maybe somebody passed away and you feel like you couldn't say what you wanted to say at the end of this, or, you know, maybe somebody left you in their life and you couldn't really, you know, express yourself as much as you wanted to. But anyways, again, I'm just seeing the sadness here, and I'm seeing that Father's asking that you lift yourself up out of that. Even if it's just seasonal depression, lift yourself up out of that, okay? All right, take care of yourself, please, Gemini. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you so much. Hi, Cancer for Monday. All right, Father, what do you have for Cancer for Monday? Let's see. Cancer for Monday. Cancer. Ooh, who you've been obsessing over? Somebody's obsessed over you. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Or maybe you're watching somebody with the Page of Swords, okay? Been peeking at some profiles or accounts or something like that, trying to dig up some information, trying to find somebody or find out what somebody's doing. I'm seeing two different storylines here. Oh my gosh. And sometimes that's kind of funny, because I mean, I'm seeing a percentage. Like, I feel like 80% of you guys are, you know, being watched or something like that. And then it's that 20% that are watching others, okay? No, I just heard flip it. Flip it. Y'all are watching other people, okay? That's what I'm seeing, okay? For the majority of y'all are watching other people. And then the 20% of y'all are being watched, okay? Because a lot of you all Cancer, y'all are feeling like, you know, a connection or something like that. But there's an obsession here where it's kind of like, you know, even if you're with somebody, you may be watching their phone or watching the things that they do, watching their moves. Because we got the devil here, which means obsessions here, okay? And then we also got, you know, like I said, in that small percentage of people being watched, we got somebody who's very toxic that's watching you, okay? So y'all be careful, all right? But for the majority of y'all, I feel it the opposite way. I'm not calling you toxic or Cancer. What I'm saying is that part is obsession. With the other 20% who are being watched, you might be dealing with somebody who's just a very toxic person that could be watching you, like not in a happy way, not in a malicious way to attack you or harm you, but I'm seeing this being somebody who just kind of feels like a manipulator, a narcissist, or somebody who's very, very controlling and trying to control your narrative of your story, you know what I mean? Because you've been patient enough. For most of you guys, this is you trying to be patient with your life and the things that you want to do, and you see somebody, and this is watching out of admiration, but it might be going a little bit, you know, too far as far as like, I'm watching this person all the time, I can't get my eyes off them. I'm hearing that song, you're just too good to be true, can't take my eyes off of you, you be like heaven to touch, I want to hold you so much. You feel like you need this person, but you know you need some time before you get there, okay? This is for the people that are watching other people. I just have to make that clear, okay? You feel like you need this person and they're a perfect match for you, but you need some time here. But those who are watching others, who are being watched by this toxic person, they could just be watching you for some money opportunities or something like that, for some financial dependencies, or for some, you know, it's giving me the ick. You know, whoever this person that may be watching y'all are just, it's financial. It's one of those people that money rules their world and it doesn't necessarily rule yours. Anyways, I hope that resonates. I hope that helps. That's what I have for you. Thank you. Leo for Monday. All right, let's see, Father. What do you have for Leo for Monday? Leo for Monday. Oh, we got that Page of Pentacles. Loving that. Okay, Leo. You might have felt like some money was stuck, like something that you gave somebody or helped somebody in the past with or something like that, because we got the Hangman and the Six of Cups. You might have felt like because you gave somebody, maybe a friend, a family friend, or, you know, a childhood friend, or maybe even a lover, some money, and it's been taking some while to get to, you know, some coins. But I do see some coins coming in. I don't know who you may have been gracious enough to let borrow some money, but this person is absolutely, you know, have been thinking about paying you back or something like that. And like I always say with the Page of Pentacles, when I'm reading, I always see money in hand. So this person could even be giving you something towards the bill. It might not be the whole thing, though, is what I'm hearing. Page of Pentacles is a very small amount sometimes. So it might not be the whole thing, but there is something here, okay? They might have $5 or $10, maybe $20 on the bill. For some of you guys, you might get the full amount back. But yeah, something's been hanging in between you guys, you know, and it's been causing a disturbance in a connection here, okay? It's like somebody owes me money, like a homeboy or a homegirl, and then it's kind of like feeling like, you know, things have been different between y'all because of this debt between y'all. Maybe they don't call anymore or as often. Maybe they don't text you guys, or maybe the laughter is just not there anymore, you know, like, and they kind of like, you know, halfway laughing because they know they owe you. And that just kind of sucks, you know, it kind of ruins friendships sometimes when we put some money. But Father asking you to be patient still, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles. Be patient. This person does want to give you back this money, whoever this is, and they eventually will, okay, over time. Again, this might not be a large amount that you get from this, but this person does truly want to pay you back, okay? Like I keep saying, I just keep seeing with the Six of Cups, this being a friend or something like that. You know, being a family friend or somebody from your past, or even could be a lover, like a soulmate or something like that, that just, you know, borrowed when they were on hard times, and now it's just feeling like, when are they going to pay me back? They got it. Sometime this week, they're going to give you a little something, okay? I'm just hearing a little something. Like I said, for some of you guys, it could be the full payback. But that's what I'm seeing for you, Leo. I hope this information helped to bless. Don't forget to like the video. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Hi, Virgo. Hello. Okay, let's see what Father has for you for Monday. Virgo for Monday. All right, Virgo. Ooh, Nine of Wands. Excuse me, it came sideways, okay? It's somebody that you're not giving up on, okay? Sometimes you do want to give up. Sometimes you do want to let go of this connection. Sometimes you do want to say, you know, F them, forget it. I don't want it. Leave me alone, whatever. But with it coming sideways, this is not you sometimes like standing on it fully. like saying, oh, I don't want to let this person go. This is like, sometimes I do want to be with you and sometimes I don't, and I just don't know. I'm not giving up on this, but I'm not like fully standing on the strength of this relationship, because it's something that wavers all the time. And sometimes I feel like it's you. I feel like it's the way you love and the way you connect with somebody, okay? Because I do see the Lovers down here, and I also see the Eight of Pentacles. Maybe work is getting in the way, or work has gotten in the way here. And so sometimes, you know, you get that love, and then sometimes you get that halfway attempt when it comes down to it. And I'm feeling like that's the other person. So that's why you feel like this isn't as stable as it should be, because somebody's working too hard or working too much or something like that. But again, I also, as I say that, shut up. Right underneath that is a 10 of Wands, which is that overworked card. 10 of Wands is like very exhausted, working a lot, working. It could be you, but I'm not seeing it as you, Virgo. I'm really seeing somebody else working so much that you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, you've been working on this connection while they've been working. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. As I split the deck, yeah, there has to be a balance between work and home life here for this to even work. And you know that, and that's why you've been so patient with this. But again, I'm saying you wanting to give up. Like, you halfway want to give up and you halfway don't. So, and I'm not even going to say halfway, because again, I'm not hearing that. I'm hearing that you want this, but sometimes it just makes you want to give up. As I put this card back, like I'm putting the cards back, look, and right underneath that, we got the Ace of Cups, which is all that love that you have for this person, and they have so much love for you. There's so much love in between you guys, okay? Ace of Cups. And then we got the Lovers. So I like to see them both together, because it means that this isn't just a fly-by-night love. This is deep love. This is deep attraction. This is mutual. However, somebody's working a ton, okay? Like working, so tired that they don't know what to do working, okay? Anyways, that's what I have for you. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you so much, Virgo. Thank you. Hi, Libra. Hello. Okay, let's see what Father has for you for Monday. Libra for Monday. Libra for Monday, Father. What do you have for Libra? Oh, we got the Judgment card. It's time for you to release judgment when it comes down to something here, okay? You're holding on to a grudge from somebody or something. Could have been an argument that you just had. That's what I'm hearing. Or an argument that just kind of reappeared or resparked or something like that. Resurfaced. That's what I'm hearing as well. All right. This could be an argument about money. You know, having really strong, like, I don't want to spend that and I'm going to spend that, but I don't want to spend that. And you're just kind of like at odds with somebody when it comes down to money or to a business or something like that. Because we got the King of Pentacles out here, and we got somebody standing on business and somebody else kind of like, I'm just saying arguments. Knight of Wands could also mean like arguments and discord and things like that. But before I even saw that, I did see in my third eye with the Judgment card, like lots and lots of forgiveness that's needed, and you still holding on to something here, okay? You need to release judgment of a situation. I'm hearing that this person probably doesn't even spend like you spend. They don't have the same upbringing. They don't have the same background. It's not about having the same bank account, because you could have $5 and they could have $5. If you were a kid and you spent your $5 on, stationery and pens and pencils and, school stuff, and they took their $5 and spent it on candy, you're going to have differences when it comes to how and what you spend your money on anyways, okay? So you need to release the judgment of that, because a lot of times we judge people on what we would do with something, okay? Even if it is a shared account, or even if it is your money, or even we judge people on what we would do with stuff, okay? So just understand that people have different backgrounds, and sometimes people are learning to shake those backgrounds, okay? And it takes a while. If all of their family grew up and now they spend all their money on liquor and beer and drugs, it's like, and you still spend your money on the things that are important, you got to understand that that's still not instilled in them. So they don't know yet. But by example, without you getting angry, by example, they can start to learn and slowly break that pattern. But it happens as a slow thing. Okay, Libra? As I split the deck, we got the Page of Swords. Yeah, because I see your tongue getting very sharp with them. You speak the truth, but you speak it very loudly sometimes. You kind of go off, okay? So Father's asking that you don't go off. Release this, okay? Release the expectations of them doing things right. Release the judgment. And even though that's your truth that you're speaking, and that's the truth, like the ultimate truth, you know what I mean? Because it's like you need to be spending your money on different things. That's the truth. But with that being the truth, it doesn't always mean that it needs to be said so bluntly, okay? Because that's what the Page of Swords is, blunt and just to the point, and, no sugar to go down with. It's just, All right, don't yell. That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you. Scorpio for Monday. All right, Father, let's see what you have for Scorpio for Monday. Scorpio for Monday. Okay, we got the Page of Swords, and then we got the Lovers and the Queen of Cups. All right, there's some love here. There's a lot of love here. This has a lot to do, I feel like, with a mother figure or a mom here. But with the Page of Swords, there's some clarity that's being given to you in love. Maybe even about your love life here, okay? Maybe mom has some things to say, but they're her truth, all right? But always recognize the difference between their truth and your own truth and what you need to be living in. Everybody's advice can be great advice. It can be sound advice. It could be what she lived, but it's not necessarily your truth and what you're living through, okay? First off, these are different times. I know I know people hate to hear younger people say, you know, these are different times, but they very much so are. You know, even in school, there are people that have cell phones now, and I didn't have cell phones in school. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe towards the end, but not really. But this is a normal thing, you know, like at 8 and things like that. They all have cell phones and stuff like that. So these are different times. But your mom has a lot to say when it comes to your love life. It's a lot of things. 111 on the timer, as I say that, very intuitive. They know some things, okay? So again, take their advice only if it applies, okay? This is your time to just listen. This is not your time to judge. This is not your time to say, well, you know, be defensive over it. If somebody has something to say about your love life, just understand it's coming from a loving place right now, okay? It could be a mom or a mother figure. Keep that in mind. But they have something sweet to say only because, and it might not even come out as sweet. It might just come off as loving. They want you to just protect your heart and take care of yourself because we got the lovers here. This has something to do with love here. All right, again, with their truth being their truth, it's like their story is not your story, but they may have some insight to your story. All right, they may have some things to say. Okay, you know, your dad did this to me a long time ago, and be careful. Or your brothers should be watching this when it comes down to their love life. I don't know. I'm just seeing some advice being given. Some of it being intuitive, some of it just being their truth. So you have to know discernment and knowing what to accept as their truth and know what to apply to your own life, okay? Because we all have to still live our experiences. And this is the Hierophant. This is you speaking to Father about it ultimately, okay? Speaking to God about it ultimately. The Hierophant is asking that you be in a spiritually woke place where your discernment is very high and you know what's truth and what is just their projections or their experience, you know, because sometimes it's not even projections. Sometimes they're just talking their experiences and you have to let them. All right. Anyways, that's what I have for you. I hope this information helps and bless. Don't forget to like the video. I appreciate you, Scorpio. Hi, Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius for Monday. Let's see, Father, what do you have for Sagittarius for Monday? Sag for Monday. Okay. That card flip. Let's see. King of Cups. You've been having some emotional times here. I feel like outbursts. You know, sometimes you just want to say, you know, shut up. That's kind of funny. Father's asking that you balance yourself. Okay, balance that. I don't know why people are stupid. Why is everybody just stupid? I don't know. That's a valid question in a lot of ways, but there are no things that's a stupid question. So if somebody's asking what you would feel like a stupid question, let them ask. Okay, maybe you might need to leave the room. There's no point to judge them because, I mean, there are people out in this world that may not know, all right? Oh my gosh, because I'm hearing shut up. King of Wands is here. That's your ego kind of being like, okay, you know, I know more, I know better. I just need you to shut up. I'm smarter than everybody in the room right now. Which is not, I'm not saying it as a negative thing. I'm just saying you need to watch your tone when it comes to somebody else not knowing, okay? Common sense is not all common. Even though you want it to be. Even though we all want it to be, Sagittarius. We all do. Trust me. But I'm seeing you say some things out of just, you know, like haste. This is you saying something out of just like, you know, sporadically. Like I said, outbursts. Emotional outbursts. Like, shut up. Stop talking, man. Why are you talking right now? Please. That's what I'm hearing. Oh my God, Sag. All right, and we got the Queen of Wands, the King and Queen of Wands. This is both fiery energy here, okay? That's so interesting with the Sagittarius because that means both masculine and feminine are both struggling with that sharpness of the tongue, that rah-rah energy that I want to like combat this argument or whatever. I'm here to argue. I'm here to debate. I'm here to, you know, whatever. Father's asking, like I said, going back to the King of Cups, emotionally stabilize yourself. All right, this is the time to just be quiet and sit still, even though you want to get up and say, nope, that's stupid, that's dumb, I don't even, you know, if you have to leave, then go ahead and leave, because that's not kind. Sagittarius, that's not a kind way to approach people. All right, let people get their stupid questions out. All right, anyways, that's what I have for you. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, I hope you have a good one. Thank you. Capricorn, hello. Okay, let's see, Father, what do you have for Capricorn for Monday? Capricorn for Monday. All right, let's see what we got. We got the Three of Wands in reverse. You are tired of waiting. Tired of waiting for your love life to improve. Whatever you've been manifesting in love, you're like, where is it at? Okay, I am tired of waiting. There have been some delays because I feel like there has been some healing here, okay? You might have been like just holding your breath, like by now it's supposed to be good. I've been told, you know, December is supposed to be the month, you know, because I know Capricorns, the season's coming up, but I'm just seeing the delays here because the Three of Wands is like, I've been waiting, and then this is your package being delayed. You're like, man, it was supposed to arrive by Christmas. What happened? You know, I've been praying for this. I've been manifesting this love to come in with the Knight of Cups, and we got the Magician card. This is somebody who wines and dines and loves on you and things like that. You might have been either praying for your relationship to improve, you know, somebody to be more lovey-dovey, more touchy-feely, more loving. And like I said, with the Magician card, I've been seeing the manifestations of things that you 111 on the timer as I say that too. That's crazy. Which is intuition really piping up. You've been manifesting, not only just manifesting, but manifesting and feeling it. You're like, okay, I feel the love coming. I feel that things should be improving in my life. I feel it. Okay, so you've gone beyond just praying about it. You've been actually being in the feeling here, and it's gonna come. The 11 card, which is justice. 1111, like I said, you've been manifesting. Justice will be served. It's just taking a little longer than expected here is what I'm seeing, okay? Because the justice card is like, yeah, for truth, for sure, it's gonna balance out. Things are gonna get better if you're talking about your love life, like I said, and you've been in something, like maybe you're in a relationship or something like that. It is going to balance out, okay? Because even with the Justice card, I'm thinking somebody's marriage is going to get better. It's just going to take a little bit more time. Like I said, you've been manifesting, but it's going to take a little bit more time. If you're single, yes, this love is coming in. And as I say that, I see some people that are single with the Nine of Pentacles. Or maybe, you know, when it comes to an unbalanced love life, there's somebody who just feels single. You know, you could be just enjoying the small things out of life, buying yourself the small things or whatever, taking care of you for right now. 222, as I say that, there's balance within yourself as you wait on this, because I feel like your love life should be improving soon. It's just some delays is all I'm hearing. It's some delays. And as I split the deck again, we're talking about love here, Capricorn. As I always know, and I always tell you guys, I know what I'm talking about. Thankfully, Father shows you with the cards that, hey, this is what's improving. You just got to give it a little bit more time. Keep manifesting. Keep feeling it. Keep feeling the change is what I'm hearing. And then I'm hearing, can you feel the love tonight? All right. Yes, it will come. So anyways, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much. Aquarius for Monday. All right. Let's see, Father, what do you have for Aquarius for Monday? Aquas. Hi, Aquas. Let's see what Father has for you for Monday. You are in your head. You are absolutely in your head. This could have a lot to do with working and getting the money that you feel like you deserve here. Maybe you're putting a lot of work in and not seeing a lot of financial things come out, because I do see that Ace of Pentacles under here that's trying to come out. You know you should be getting more, confirmation for your efforts. You know you should be getting more for your efforts, okay? With the High Priestess, you see more when it comes down to this this working that you've been doing. You could be working at a job, or you could be working for a business. I mean, for your business, or like, you know, putting something new out. Maybe even working on like a page, or, you know, like, okay, I'm not seeing the numbers. I'm not seeing the likes. I'm not seeing the shares. I'm not seeing the love. I'm putting out love. I'm not getting love. You know what I'm saying? And financially, you're seeing that it's not really making sense for you right now. As I'm talking about work, that Eight of Pentacles is there as your hidden energy too. But like I said, with this Ace of Pentacles, I'm not seeing that you really seeing the opportunities come in like you thought they would, but keep working on yourself is what Father said. Stop thinking about it so much and really keep getting into that heart. Stay into your heart chakra. Get out of your head, because when you're in your head, you're still not operating out of the heart. And when you operate out of the heart, you start to put together some things. Even if it doesn't make sense now, eventually the world will catch on. But if you start to say, okay, that's not making sense, so let me change that, then it's not from love. It's not doing things out of the love. It's not, oh, I'm going to post this poem because I love poetry. It's you posting a poem because you're like, okay, I'm not getting enough money. Let me post this poem and let me post another one and then post another one. Then it's not authentic. It's not coming from the heart. That's all I keep seeing, is that some things are starting to come from your head because you're not trusting the process. But Father's saying trust the process, okay? Because you already know that it is going to pay off. You already know. And as I was picking this up, this was trying to show, which is you being in your head with the Five of Swords. You feel like there are too many things out there. Why are people not, like it's too much competition. Maybe it's too much competition at work, or maybe it's too much competition online, or whatever the case may be. Yes, just keep doing what you're doing. Do it from the heart. Okay, when you do it for the love, eventually people catch on. Trust me. Don't change what you're doing just because you're thinking about this too hard. Like, where's the money at? When is it going to come? When is it going to start making sense to me? Okay, you could be trying to monetize or something like that, because I'm hearing that heavily and very strong. But either way, keep doing what you're doing out of the heart. It's not about posting more. It's about you putting things out that are very authentic. Okay, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope this helped and blessed. Thank you. Pisces for Monday. All right, Father, let's see what you got for Pisces for Monday. Let's see. Ooh. Four of Swords, you tired. You've been working so hard that you're tired. You could be putting up a lot when it comes down to work, like a lot of hours lately, you know what I'm saying? And it's time that you get some rest. Hopefully today you get a vacation is what I'm hearing. This could be about your business, because I am seeing the King of Wands here. You could have been putting in a lot of work towards your business or something like that. King of Wands, it's all about entrepreneurship and believing in something like passionately. So this could be your business or something like that, like I said. But I am seeing that you're tired. You are tired, not in the sense of like I'm super tired because I just been working all these shifts. It's like you're mentally tired. Your heart is tired. You just like you've been putting your all into this. Okay, this isn't always just I need some sleep. This is you need some true rest. You need a vacation. You need some time to yourself to mentally recover and mentally recharge and physically recharge. Your heart needs to recharge and things like that, because it's something about you feeling like you're putting your heart into something and it's not giving you the results that you want. Or maybe you're getting the results, you just kind of like need a break because you need to get back out there and do it again. Okay, it's like if you went and got the bag, it's time to get the bag again, but before you do that, take a second to rest. All right, but we got the Ace of Wands and the Four of Swords. Ace of Wands talks about passionate opportunities and things like that, but the Four of Swords is like, okay, it's time to take a break from all of that for just a second. Four of Swords, like I said, you're exhausted. You need some rest. You need a vacation, really, okay? Whether it's, a couple days in your bed to watch TV, watch some Christmas movies, watch some holiday cheer, watch something that just rejuvenates your heart, even if it's not that. Because I always say holiday movies around holiday times, but I watch holiday movies all year, okay? I don't really believe in celebrating the holidays. But I mean the movies that make you really feel good, something Hallmarky or something like that, Family Matters or something. I don't know what your movie of choice is, but something that makes you feel good inside and warm inside, because I am seeing that you just needing your heart restoration as well. Heart restoration is very, very loud as well, okay? So something that makes your heart feel full again, all right? This doesn't have to be around people, although it could, but I am seeing you do this alone, okay? Anyways, that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope this information helped and blessed. Thank you so much.